All right. Thank you, Rob. We didn't hit the record button, so just to let you know, this is the Mill Hill Building Committee meeting for 14th. We have it in person at Mill Hill School in the cafeteria, and some people are called in. So the fourth thing on the agenda is approval of invoices. Mark, go ahead, and we can go through. Let's go through all the invoices, and if there's other questions, we can bring it up at the end.
Okay, packet went out on yesterday, and I updated it and sent it back out again this morning with 3 revisions on it. Joe Bain, pay application number 20 for August in the amount of $1,982,747.73. Silver Petrocelli, invoice 21-1831, dated 9/1 for $66,673.06. Kescon, basically for their services through July, their invoice dated August 11th is $6,216.60. There are 5 WB Meyer invoices, two for the warehousing items in Stratford, and then 2 for the Connex box up at Giant Steps. The warehousing is, each of them is $1,050, and then the Connex box at Giant Steps is $550, and there's 2 each of those. And then for the move back in, for their invoice dated August 30th is $21,336.50. Best Tech, application number 6, which brings us through July, $165,511.69. Red Thread for the furniture that was just delivered. We did take off one of the items that was damaged, that was delivered damaged, and it got returned for $23,415.50. Andy Frame Services, which is a fire watch when the fire alarm panel went down. This is for July of $1,302, and then 2 UI bills for July and August. The July bill is for $474.57. The August bill is for $360.34. And then 2 Van Zelms, one for the commissioning side of it, dated August 25th, of $3,215. And then the tester and balancer, dated also August 25th, of $3,190.65, for the total $2,277,643.64.
Before we make a comment, I need a motion to have comments and approval on the invoices. Do I have a motion?
Motion for comments and approval.
Norm, motion, second. Melanie, second. All in favor? I'm sorry.
Please.
Open comments. My apologies.
Okay, so I just have 2. First, with respect to all of the various categories, are they within budget?
There are 2 line items that we need to increase. One is we need to increase the PO for WB Meyer. The budget line item is for $125,000. We took out a PO of $60,000. We are now at about $76,000. So I would ask to increase that to increase the PO to $40,000 for a total of $100,000, which would leave $25,000 on the budget line item. And then Best Tech, there's additional work that was completed due to unforeseen conditions, and I would take that out of the hazmat contingency and fund the change order for that.
Well, let's take the second one first, if we could.
Yep.
What was the hazmat contingency, and where does that leave us?
The hazmat contingency is the dollar amount that we have put in there for unforeseen conditions as we open up a wall.
What was the number, and where will it be? be after we make this adjustment?
We're currently at $146,400, and if we were to it would be, the increase would be for $26,000.
Okay.
Round figures.
I'm just saying, so is that, there's a hazmat contingency that's been allocated to cover this?
Correct.
That contingency is some $145,000?
Correct.
This will eat 26 of that?
Correct.
Okay. That seems...
Any of that 26,000, is this the contingency we have physically in the school, or is it because of stuff that we're helping the town with?
Those items that we run into during construction.
Outside or inside?
Inside. It's not, has nothing to do with
right. Remediation.
Soil remediation or any of that.
Okay.
So I think then what we need is I need to make a motion on moving money from contingency to increase the best tech, correct?
Correct.
Do I have a motion by 26,000?
26,000.
Melanie, motion. Heather, second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Abstentions? Okay, that passes. The second item, you're asking us to increase
the PO for WB Myers by $40,000.
May I would like to know how we're going to reconcile what they've charged us, unless it's been done already, I just don't know, what they've charged us versus the quality of product that they delivered.
For WB Meyer?
Yes.
It is off-state contract and is on time and materials.
But they did a horrific job that they shouldn't get paid full boat for, or they should fix it, or somehow give us something back. Because if Mr. Chase and his staff had to dig through boxes that where everything was just haphazardly thrown in, and it was not easily and readily available, my understanding is that it may not still be easily and readily available for them. With respect to restacking the library and various classrooms, what are we paying for? Like people that just dump things wholesale into the box?
That's the bought them on the shelf, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, and I'm not defending them, but they're not there to put the library books in there. They got the box, they put them on the shelf. Where they put them wrong, maybe wherever, but that's...
When you refer to them as not easily accessible, what does that mean? That sounds like other than on a
back
shelf.
there and look in one of those boxes, you'll notice that there's not just trash, there's also materials like books, workbooks, things of that nature in there. Like, why are we putting those things together? Like, it doesn't seem that it's designed to facilitate people using it when they get it back.
When they did pack them, they packed them in the box, and they've been moved around the construction site.
Right.
So it's not up to, it's not WB Myers necessarily adding the trash to them, to the boxes.
Those boxes in the back that you're referring to, are those needed by teachers today, Mr. Chase?
Wishing a comment hopefully about some of the conversation.
Please.
There hasn't been arguments that they do through those screens, but aside from that, the boxes as they are in there are pretty much as they were when they were moved around and returned. There are several of those large boxes. Myself and I have emptied them out it's hard for me out on thing, but I literally have had to ask staff outside of school hours because obviously when we're with children, we have to be able to sit there and talk through a box. But what Norm is saying is accurate. It's not like things have been added to them. I saw, and I have pictures of boxes that where computer screens were thrown in with computer keyboards, with books. I mean, literally, I understand that they're hard to do a job, and I understand that some of the things were completely packed up in the spaces. But throwing a computer screen in with a ton of books just into a large bin, to me, is not good practice for any moving company, no matter who you are. And that's an example, that's just in a nutshell, I think, the concerns that Mark is trying to express.
I you know, and
There's definitely a level of dissatisfaction on my part with staff. I just don't have a benchmark to compare it to, but I would say that a lot of things, it took us a long time to find, some are still unfound. There are teaching materials, and I know that there are still things in storage that we still haven't found, but I'm assuming they're in those boxes that we haven't had a chance to go through. But some of the boxes that were labeled were not even brought to the right places and so on. So, I'm also frustrated right now with other things, so maybe not the best time to be speaking openly, but I would agree with Norm's sentiment that the agreed upon product
Do we have a
is not
description of this?
delivered to 100% fidelity.
Are current teachers missing anything that they need currently that's preventing the kids' education in the classroom?
I can't say that would be, let me answer that in 2 ways. Yes, but I can't say that is necessarily my fault in terms of delivery, because some of those items could still be in storage right now that we are aware of. There's about, I believe I'm correct to say, about 2.5 trailers, Mark, right?
There's 2 trailers up at Giant Steps, and there's probably a trailer and a half in storage right now.
Okay, so there are items still in storage that were removed when we transitioned because of COVID and because of the renovation combined. So some of those materials that they are looking for may be in those boxes. There are still open bins, but welcome to look in to see the quality of the package in the library. So, some of those bins we haven't had a chance to go through yet, so it could be in there too.
But I would like to go into the library and look if there's still some unpacked bins so that we could know a little bit better about what we're talking about. But the reason I wanted to bring it up is because, and I don't mind, listen, it's a state contractor, we knew what their prices were, we knew how to use them, we needed them, because that was our only option, state contractor, and we're going to pay it. But I would like to know whether or not there's some reconciliation process where we could sit with some manager from their side and say, hey, guys, we went through it. Here's some photographs. This isn't right. And what are you going to do for us about that,
This isn't...
You got a couple pieces of furniture. Now, again, you keep trying those desks on the side. Is it just a straw, or is it their actual poor job that actually broke some of these desks? But we had 2 desks, teacher desks that we had to get rid of. The doors didn't close anymore. And then there are, I can even show you some of those boxes of smaller dollar items, like, things were fast meat, where, like the plastic stand that you use to put directions to the kids for computers, they're all broken, so they were great.
Who's telling these guys what to pack in one box? Who told these guys to pack the computers and keyboards in one box and throw books in that box?
I mean, it's just my understanding that you were packing their rooms, and they were just moving boxes.
Is that what the
Other than the
service
library.
description is? Just
I mean, it wouldn't be I have another project where they damaged filing cabinets that they've moved, and they're coming out to rectify it or buy new ones. So if there's a claim, they do put up to it.
Before we start, appropriating even more money for, I know they're not done, and I certainly don't want them to put some type of a lien on the balance of the materials because they're going to need it in short order. But I'd like to know that, there's going to be some value. We're not overpaying anyway.
So we could table this request to the next meeting after the members of the committee take a look at what the physical evidence, if you want to call it that, right? To make a decision after we
need to investigate.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
So do I have a motion to table this item until further investigation by the building committee is possible?
Yeah, motion.
Second.
Heather makes first motion, Norm seconds it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Abstention? All right, it's been tabled.
And then, should I make a motion to approve the balance?
of the,
We have the Gilbane and Silver
yeah.
Petroleum.
So, are there any other questions on, so now we have that, any other questions on the other invoices as far as paying off, Gilbane and Silver Petroleum?
And I think, Mark, you said they were all within the scope and on.
Yes,
on the
with the exception
of those two, right?
yeah, best tech.
I'll motion to approve those then.
I'll second Melanie.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, all opposed? Okay, no
Well,
abstentions?
can I ask what,
Can you
What the-
tell me who moved and who seconded, please?
Norm and Melanie.
Norm moved and Melanie seconded to pay the remaining invoices? Thank you.
Yes, the invoices have all been approved, except anything from Myers.
well, are
Yep.
we paying the monthly charges?
Yeah. I think
Yes,
I'll make a separate motion to pay the monthly charges for mine. Right.
And withhold the $21,336?
Well, yeah, I
So,
don't want to withhold it, I want to do
Yeah,
further
I-
investigation and figure out.
table it. We can get the project manager from there on.
correct.
And we can table it till next meeting. So it would be total of $1,600, $3,200
Yeah,
additional.
or two storage.
Yeah.
Right, correct.
For the 2 months of storage.
Right. So do you need a motion for that? Motion to pay the 2 months of storage?
No, I think we
covered it.
Yeah, we covered it. We approved
I'll
it.
write it up, that in there.
Yeah,
I'll send you the notes I got.
we're gonna table the request.
The 21.
Yeah. Okay, Next on the agenda number is our executive session about the windows for CSG and 1-210B19. So what I'm going to do is we have 4 members of the on mute. We'll have a discussion, and Jeremy, we'll give you a call.
Okay, that works.
On your-
Do you have my?
Yep, we'll give you a call, and then we'll come back after we discuss it, and then either approve it or deny it.
Yeah, we got to do
Okay.
that out of.
Yep. All right.
All right, we'll wait. Hi.
Hey, Jason, I can hear you.
Okay. So from the executive session, the building committee has decided to table the 2 items again, and we will be given updates throughout the month leading up to the December building committee meeting for a vote. We just need some more information. All right. So, it was a unanimous decision. Norm first and Melanie seconded on that motion. So number 6, the approvals of the ATPs. Mark?
Yeah, those were the only 2. So.
Okay. So those have been tabled.
And then OCO 16 is just 16 ATPs that have been previously approved and just codified so they can so we can create an amendment or an owner change order for Gilbane to change their contract so they can bill it.
Okay. So we need to make a motion on that. First, will I make a motion to open for discussion and to vote on that of the ATP? Which ones?
No, you don't.
OCO?
OCO 16.
OCO 16. Do I have a motion?
This is Jeremy.
Melanie, second. Jeremy, second.
Second.
So, Mark, if you can.
Okay,
Say it again.
there are 16 ATPs. It did provided in your packet, your meeting packet, up there, and in no particular order except how I'm reading them down the screen. They are for ATP 129, which is the trench rock at the light bases, for $5,507. ATP 131, which is repairs for the electrical and plumbing due to demo. ATP 133, RFI 128, the steel mounts for DOAS 3, ATP 149, RFI 239, cafeteria walk-off mat infill, which you can see in front of that double door, actually that single door over there. Where was I? ATP 154, the paving of the existing remaining parking lot. This was approved at the last meeting, and it's just going into the OCO now. ATP 151, the sprinkler main outside of the computer lab relocation. This is an existing condition that the sprinkler main needed to be relocated to get the hollow metal frame in. ATP 153, which is the gym wall paint ad to paint the walls in the gym. ATP 148, RFI 243 for the repair of the frames. As they abated the exterior window frames, this is just repair of those. ATP 164, the camera scoping and existing pipe repairs. This is for, Rob, can you help me out with this one? Where was this camera scoping for?
Yep, so that was outside. That was basically the line that runs from underneath the student drop-off, and it runs towards the back of the school, towards the existing portables. So there was a section of existing pipe that, unrelated to our construction project, needed to be repaired. So we ended up bringing in a camera scope vendor who identified the issue, and then we were able to repair it. So this was all under the supervision and with the civil engineer as part of the review and proposal.
Yep. ATP 162, which is the existing brake metal at the soffit. This is for, where was this, Rob, 162?
So brake metal at the soffit was down by the gym. Basically, the way the existing condition was, we created a small little brake metal soffit to tie into the mullion, the top head of the mullion frame.
Okay. ATP 173, RFI 265, the admin A-phone mounting. That's just to mount the A-phone in the main office. ATP 160, repair of communication access control systems. ATP 169, painting of the skylight extensions. This was caused by when we raised the skylights, the jet board and all that needed to be infilled from there, and this is just for painting of the skylight. ATP 171, which is an existing condition. This is from RFI 264. The existing gym deck was no good, so they needed to infill it with steel deck, and this is just the cost for that. And then ATP 170, the refeeding of the electrical panel at the boiler room. So the total on the change order 16 is $137,918.
Any other questions? Do we have, I'd like to put it to vote. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Abstentions? All right. I believe that is the last item.
Yep, that's the last item.
Any new business any members of the committee wants to bring up? All right. Do I have a motion to adjourn? The first motion was Heather, second was Melanie. All in favor, say aye. Aye. We're adjourned. Maybe in person once again.
In 2 weeks.
In two weeks. Yep.
Sounds
Thank
good.
you.
Thanks, everyone. Okay.
Thank you. Good night.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.
Good night now. Bye-bye.